One of the most common effects most quantum-affected people are experiencing is a tie to repeated numbers. Numbers have always held significance in human history, and numbers are the literal language of the universe. If we were to interact with an alien race via the messages that we've sent out into space, we would be communicating in a mathematical language. So are the numbers so many of us seeing right now an encoded message? Why are certain numbers showing up, and what purpose, if any, do they carry? The first place to start would be, well, with the numbers. Although people experience coincidences around numbers in their lives, very specific numbers are showing up to quantum observers. In this video, we are going to look into 4 of the top number patterns being spotted by us today. One of the most common number structures popping up in our feed is 1111. 11 is known as a master number in numerology and an angel number in the New Age circle. 11 represents purity, a oneness of spirit, and it's represented in its physical shape. 1111 is also referred to in the end time prophecies and Armageddon. In Isaiah 11:11, it states, not in full, "In that day the Lord will extend his hand yet a second time to recover the remnant that remains of his people from Assyria," and so on. Politically speaking, the Syria of the Bible times and Syria of today are not the same. However, they are historically connected, including some similar territories. According to the website Will a Soul Heals, there are 5 reasons you generally see 1111. Number 1, you need to pay attention to your thought. What you think will manifest itself in your life. If you're scared, you'll produce fear in your life. If your thoughts are peaceful, you'll produce peace. Number 2, you can start manifesting your true self. You no longer are concerned about what others have wanted you to be. Number 3, you are remembering yourself. 1111 is a coded molecular structure. You are reactivating the different members of yourself, if you will, and your reality, and putting the pieces together to form a true you. Number 4, you are on a path to spiritual awakening. A direct channel is opening between you and your higher self. It is the intermingling of physical and non-physical realities of you. When this happens, it's time to stop from any mundane activities that you're doing and look at the bigger picture of life. It's time to see the illusion of life and the true divine reality of all that is. Number 5, when you're seeing 1111, it's a sign of divine protection and love. It's representing that you are not alone on your journey. According to the website lonerwolf.com, 1111 represents your twin flame. A twin flame is not the same as a soulmate. A soulmate typically refers to a group of souls who have traveled through lifetimes together and they are very close. In pop culture, it refers to somebody you are very close to, possibly a near perfect love match with. But a twin flame refers to 2 parts of the same soul. There can be more than one. A mirrored version, forward and backwards, always the same, 1111. According to the website twinflamesoulmates.com, the number 1111 often manifests itself during meaningful soul connections and before life-changing events. The website goes on to say that in the time of twin flame connections, synchronicities will begin to happen much more frequently. The number 11 on its own is often used in Freemasonry, and it's also a representation of 11 in the Bible, signaling chaos in some Bible study literature. According to an article by author Miranda David, many people have been seeing the number 11 in their dreams. She goes on to say that many believe that the number 11 represents the sign that is the 11th hour in the end days of the Bible. One understanding of 11 in dreams is urgent, or the last chance before something big is about to happen. 1234. 1234 carries a fairly simple message throughout all sources. Find a place of joy inside, and the joy will burn out the pain. Number 33. Well, maybe this is the most fascinating, so I'm going to actually save that for last. Number 44. In numerology, 44 is thought to be a number of business, specifically business that's invested in building something that benefits future generations. It's also known as a master number and a master healer in rare numerology. In angel numbers, 44 is considered a number of double vibration, of 4 magnifying its meaning, and in summary, that meaning is wholeness and inner wisdom. Biblically, 44 has stood for God's chosen people, with the number of his people in the end times being 144,000. In astrology, 44 is the number of life, connected to Earth and creation. So now, back to 33. 33 is a fascinating number because it not only has hopeful meaning in many circumstances, it's also vastly involved in the paranormal, occult, and Freemasonry, and it's extremely synchronistic with our current political conflict. The spiritual or angel number 333 stands for the Trinity: mind, body, spirit, truth, and unity. In angel numbers, if you're seeing lots of threes, it's a sign that you have a close connection to Jesus. The number 33 is an angel number, and it implies Jesus is close to you and watching you. And 33 is a message straight from the source, stronger in intensity when it's seen as 333. In the Bible, 3 is representative of the Holy Trinity. In the Bible, 33 is connected to a promise from God. 33 or thirds is also used in the book of Revelation. 3 times 11 can represent God's judgment. 33 is the numeric equivalent for the word Amen. In numerology, 33 is known as the master number and known as a Christ consciousness. In Hinduism, when the word Om is written in traditional script as a word rather than as a composite symbol for the word, it shows as a 33. The effect is that it appears to the eye as 33. And the Yoga Sutra 333 states, "Through keenly developed intuition, everything can be known." In Buddhism, the required time to become a Tibetan Lama is a solitary retreat of at least 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days. Now to the darker stuff. The number 13 and 33 have been repeatedly linked to the Illuminati, Freemasons, and the occult. The highest degree you can achieve in Masonry is 33. 33 is the numerological equivalence of NASA, HARP, and the UN. There are also 33 sections in the United Nations logo, and there's pages and pages of weird 33 coincidences. Harry S. Truman was 33rd president, a 33rd degree Mason, and he initiated the nuclear age. He killed thousands of Japanese close to the 33rd parallel, which happens to fall right on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And parallels are another strange topic. Scholars often refer to the circles of longitude around the Earth as parallels because they run parallel to each other. Many argue that the locations of buildings on this line have ties to Freemasonry, religious communities, and secret societies. And here's where it gets really weird. The Joshua Tree, Roswell, and the Bermuda Triangle all sit on the 33rd parallel. The assassination of JFK happened on parallel 33, as was his brother's. Jesus predicted his own death at 33 parallel. The first nuclear explosion took place on the parallel 33. And the list goes on and on. Pyramids, megalithic structures, and so forth. 4/6/2017. The US bombed Syria in response to what they say was a chemical weapons attack on Syria's own town, reported at first as killing 33 children. This follows an event a couple of weeks before where a group of Syrian people were killed by ISIS in an execution-style event, 33 victims dead. And in March, a couple of weeks before the bombing in Syria, the US airstrikes killed 33 civilians sheltering themselves at a Syrian school. And where was the bomb the US dropped located this time? Damascus. And where's Damascus located? Yep, on the 33rd parallel. And what does the Bible have to say about Damascus in the end times? Damascus will fall during World War III. Whether we believe in the power of numbers or trust the messages that are being portrayed to us through them, one thing is certain. Many leaders, political and religious organizations do. And as we learned with the number 11, what we believe does impact the reality that is created today. My message to the quantum affected is this: pay attention to messages. They are all around us when we are open to them. They can help lead us in the direction when we are unsure, and they can represent the fact that even when we feel like we are surrounded by something that works hard to communicate with us daily, and we are not alone.